Well, welcome everyone to the online program for the Sunshine Coast Health Center alumni. And we've been talking about this idea of a weak self-image. Basically what that means is what a person does, the behaviors he or she displays, doesn't match the image they have of themselves. And so they feel this need to distort or deny reality, basically. Versus a person with a strong self-image who sort of what you see is what you get. They feel no need to distort or deny anything, and they allow their behaviors and everything to match what's going on inside of them, their values, their beliefs, their feelings, that sort of thing. As I mentioned last week, the idea, if you watch a little kid, little kids are are perfectly matched, so they're outside and they're inside. If they're hurt, they'll let you know. If they're sad, they'll let you know. If they're angry, they'll let you know. If they're happy, they'll let you know. But for a lot of people with addictions, they really struggle with this self-image. They hold an image of themselves that doesn't match their behaviors, and this really bothers them. So what they do is they tend to use certain tricks or techniques or strategies in order to preserve this image they have of themselves. And last week we talked about manipulation, and this week we'll talk about this other thing, and this is a really sad thing actually. Because what happens, you imagine what's going on with someone with a weak self-image, is that they probably don't trust themselves a lot. They have low self-esteem, low self-worth, low self-confidence. And so they very often rely on the outside world to judge how they're feeling. So if someone pats them on the back, oh great, they're all happy, this is fantastic. Problem is, if someone gives them the finger, go the opposite way, right? And my usual example, right, I give driving. I don't know why I always pick on driving and addicts, but it seems to be a pretty good example. But someone is driving down the road, this other driver gives them the finger for whatever reason, and oh man, they just get bent out of shape. It's like this personal attack, even though this guy in the other truck doesn't know him from a hole in the floor, right? Doesn't know anything about him. But they feel that this is a great insult, and that's because it's that outside stuff that they're relying on as a judgment of their worth or who they are as a person, stuff like that. So it's really kind of sad, and it can become even crazier if people might, you might, for example, remind someone of their brother, and they hate their brother, and so they look at you, it triggers their memories of their brother, and then they get mad at you, and you're sitting around, what's going on here, right? So, but if you have a weak self-image, it's, oh my God, he hates me, like what's going on here? Oh, what did I do? All these things. So you're now taking on his stuff. Right? So it's just a crazy life, and again, it's really quite sad because the person is clearly not in control of his life. So, and in fact, what it's actually like is like a puppet or a pinball, right? That whatever is going on outside of him can knock him this way and knock him that way, and this is what he feels. And if someone gets mad at him, oh, this is a very bad feeling. And if someone says, oh, Harry, you're doing a great job, well, this is a great feeling. And it's like other people are pulling the strings in other situations. So that's a really sad thing. But it's pretty typical of people with this weak self-image. Okay, so that's another example, just to get you more familiar with this weak self-image. And next week we'll give you another one, just so you can get a better sense of what's going on with this. See you then.